this is lesson 3, and I want to talk a little bit about some abbreviated assumptions that we're making here. Normally, you model a building exterior envelope first. You want to proceed hierarchically. If we were doing this in Revit architecture, some of you've taken that class. I don't, depending on where you are in the program. We start with exterior walls. We draw demising walls, that is, the walls that separate spaces from the corridors and that connect up the stairwells. Then the demising walls that separate spaces from each other. So in order to get through this a bit more quickly, I've taken the entirety of the walls on level 1 and level 2 and just modeled them all together. Technically, if this were a true building information model, we would proceed with walls exterior, then walls interior. So I'll talk about the differences, that the implications of that as you know, as the circumstance comes up. Naturally, when you go to, for example, a front view, you see that faces are an X-ray style now, so that we can see through the building. The ceiling is below the roof, and there's a space in between the ceiling on level 2 and the roof, and normally the walls will go from the floor of level 2 up to that ceiling. So in this lesson, let's go ahead and model the roof. So that'll effectively complete the building envelope. I'm going to change face style away from X-ray again. Let's go to a front view. And we can see the roof has an overhang. It appears to be a foot all around the perimeter. Its profile is fairly simple. Let's create a layer for the roof. Everything is grouped, so when things are grouped, you can draw without worry that geometry is going to stick to other geometry. That can create significant problems. So there's a profile of the roof, and if I simply pushed it in the direction of the front of the building, all right, if I hold down Shift key, I could snap to the edge. So now we have a roof that goes, that's flush with the front of the building. Let's bring it out another 12 inches, type in number 12. The overhangs left and right are correct. If I select this edge and move it or push-pull it, to the front, back of the building, and I could pull it out another 12 inches in the direction of the green axis. So now we have a correct roof overhang. I think you can see a little more clearly if I temporarily put on shadows. Change it to a more flattering view, so there gives you a little bit of an overhang, right? So you want to quickly check the dimensions. Use the tape measure tool, 32.4 in that direction, 28.4 in that direction. So triple click, make it a group, and into the info, move that, push that to the roof layer. The next thing we'll do is model ceilings. So I'll stop there, and then we'll save out this file.